Kia ora and hello from Hutan Pantai, and we're in March, and you know what that means. It's time to make some hay and some silage, so let's head over. We'll pick up the tractor. That's right, I parked it in the shed over here. And we'll pick up the tractor and we're going to cut half of this in for silage and half of it for hay. So we're going to have to get a tedder. Drop off the front weight here. Pick up the front mower. Pick up the rear mower. And we'll start cutting some grass. As you can see, we've hit the $1 million mark, but a lot of that will be reinvested into the farm, especially when we do the water buffalo and the goats. I want to do the goats next month after we've got a full growth of grass. Right now we're going to cut this. Go, that should give us that. Okay, now is that rear mower down? Yep. So let's drop both down. I did a wrong one again, didn't I? Not AI workers, steering assist. Go. Okay, and we've started mowing. Actually, I just had a thought. We don't need to leave a swath, so I'm going to change things. Toggle work mode. Here we go. So yep, we want that way. Cool. Alright, we'll start again. As you can see, what I'm doing is I'm forcing it off the edge of the field, so that it makes it a bit easier just to ted. How has everyone's day been today? Thursday here today, so it's been quite good. Right, got that sorted. It's much easier when you're just doing the up and down rows. So once we've finished this outer row, we can change it to no swapping at all. Okay. That's got that. Now we're set up. Just trying to toggle all the controls. Wish there was a way we could toggle the front or operate the front and rear mowers with just a switch rather than having to toggle the group. Here we go. This is a bit of a long run. I'm not sure where half of the field would be. I'm thinking maybe a couple of long rows and all a short row. Probably do. And then the rest would be the other half. Okay, let's get this side done. Once we've got this headland done, it'll be a lot easier. So we'll keep half the field as grass to make into silage. The other half we'll do as hay. We'll run a tedder over it, and then we can bale it. What's good is we've got that 14-meter windrower, so that should make baling a bit easier. Possibly not as many trips. purchased a windrower yet. We'll do that after we've done the mowing. Okay, and that's the first headland done. So let's just go on to wide spreading. Wide spreading, we're not too worried about the windrow. We'll worry about the windrow later on. So when I get to somewhere like here, I'm actually just going to turn around. Definitely going to put the goats there. While I remember, I should go and fill up the rice paddies just to keep the weeds at bay. Drown all the weeds. That's the idea. I believe it is next month, yes, April, when we can find out how many of those rice seedlings we need. Cool, that's flooding, so that's doing its thing. Careful not to go under the mower. Health and safety will be having a fit at the moment. Mowers left on outside the cab. Not exactly health and safety conscious. Remember, children, I'm showing you what you don't do. Don't ever leave a tractor with equipment going. Put my first short up today. I thought got a few clips in some of these streams that I've done that I might be able to put into shorts, just to introduce people to the channel, and maybe they can have a laugh, especially at some of the ones where I've run up a bank somewhere, and then we've got the artificial intelligence, the drivers and how they pull out in front of you. So I might put a couple of those clips up. I went on to Argosie's weekly stream last night, on Wednesday night. His multiplayer stream. He's a really nice bloke. He's got a really good team, a lot of good viewers. Had a good discussion about different things. So if you haven't already seen his channel, I would highly recommend you visit his channel. Give it a like and subscribe. Because he does some really good videos. I'm still learning the skill, but he's very good at it. So if you haven't discovered him already, search out for him. Argsy, A-R-G-S-Y, I think it is. And yes, sorry, spelling is not my strong point. But it was a really good stream. He does that on most Wednesday nights by the looks of it. Okay, we're on the last headland. Then we'll see about getting a tedder. Ripples and the reflections in the water, it never gets old. So who doesn't like looking at a photo of a lake with a good reflection on it? We have a few lakes near where we live, and it's really nice to see the different reflections in the lake. You've got one of the lakes that's got a whole lot of buildings around it, and just seeing even the buildings reflected in the lake is just awesome. And I think that was something that was missing from a lot of maps, FS22, was reflections in the water. And I do feel like it ruined the immersion of it. Giants tend to do quite well with their reflections, although one thing that's different in FS25 to FS22 is they now have the water grass, the smaller plants that are growing on the banks. It's not just the trees reflected now, it's everything is reflected. And that was something that was missing from FS22. you went to Silver Run Forest, you know, the grass and the reeds that were growing in the edges, they weren't reflected, but the trees were. And it's only a little thing, but your eye picks up something that doesn't look right, and it goes, hang on, not right there, that doesn't look right, you know. And when you look at the water and you see the reeds reflected, your eye's telling you that's what I'm expecting to see. There's nothing wrong here, move along, move along. So Giants have certainly done some amazing things with the visuals. My first short was picking up bales early in the morning with the mist and the sun shining through the mist. It just really popped out at me as being something that was, really nice, really nice. And I think people need to see it. There's been some negativity, and fair enough too. You purchased a game, you expect it to work. I have trouble with the texture streaming. Some days the barn wall, especially have trouble on Riverbend Springs. Sometimes the shed wall will just look like a blurry mess. No texture, no definition to it. It's just there, and it's a blurry mess. And the tractor displays can be quite blurry as well. I haven't really been able to find a way to fix it. I believe it may have something to do with the fact that my graphics card doesn't have enough VRAM, maybe? I'm not too sure, but to get a graphics card with a lot of VRAM nowadays is, Nvidia's charging ridiculous prices for it, Where I live, to buy any sort of video card with more than 8 gig of VRAM, you're looking at well over $1,000. Searched on the internet to see if I can find something about textures not loading properly, and seems to be an awful lot of my textures don't load properly, but not a lot of, and this is how I fixed it. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of this is how I fixed it. So I'm not sure what we can do about it. It's only a DirectX 12 thing, DX12. Back in the FS22, we had the exact same problem. But if you changed it to a DirectX 11 render engine, texture blurriness would go away. But you know, Giants have dropped DirectX 11 completely now, but haven't fixed the blurry textures. Whether it's something they can fix or whether it's a Microsoft thing, I don't know. But you know, if it's a Microsoft thing, if they can't get it to work, then they should be using DirectX 11 still. And then we'll look at getting ourselves a tedder. Definitely has more atmosphere, you know. Was that mist? Was it smog? You know, who knows? But it definitely, it's one of those things where the brain tells you it's okay, everything's normal, nothing to see here, move along, you know? Yeah, I think they've done a really good job of it. That cut, so that was good. Still waiting for my first pallet of furniture to come out. They're not fast, those buildings. More to go. I like grass work, there's just something relaxing about it. Probably managed to save up enough money for automatic feeding shed. So I'm thinking we might do that for the water buffalo. We'll have to buy in some straw though, because we don't have any straw. Hopefully when they plant the crop into the field over there, it will be a straw crop. But if not, the money we get from the crop from that field could be enough to buy enough straw for the season. And then next year we can plant a straw crop in. Wheat or oat. I'm always partial to a bit of oat. I quite like my porridge. We can use the same baler. I don't think we've purchased that baler yet though, so we might have to think about whether we purchase it or not. Just the dust particles coming in from the mower as you're driving along. It just looks so awesome. It's the subtle things. Really, they're designed just for your brain to go, that's normal, it's all good, life's good. You know, you really have to think about it. You know, compare it to what Farm Sim 22 was like, and just go, there's been some huge improvements. So I think we maybe have 2 more slices to go after this one, and then we'll get ourselves a tedder. Make ourselves some hay. Should be one more cut. Yep, one more cut, and then we'll go and find out what we can get in the way of tedders. It won't really matter what size we get because the tractor's big enough to handle most things. Tedder isn't really going to slow it down much. Alright, we're done. So let's go and put these mowers away, and then we'll go and grab a tedder. Wash these mowers a bit later on. So pick up the weight, flip over to the shop, and we'll grab tedder. Have a look at what I've got. Okay, so let's go have a look at the shop and what they've got. So we want to go down to the grass area. Here we go, tedders. Here we go. I'm actually very partial to the Samaz. Only because it's got a boundary spreading system. So let's buy that. Yes, yes we do. I'll show you what that means, boundary spreading system. So what it means is when you're going around a field, especially one with a fence, the tedders by their nature tend to spread the hay or the grass around and spread it out. So with the boundary system on, it hits a curtain and doesn't get pushed out to the side as much. So let's go down. I'll find a couple of rows. I think this row here might be a good one. Let's get ourselves all lined up. Open it up. Oh, it was open. My bad. Okay, and then toggle work mode, and you see how it's got the curtain that goes down there. So we can start making some hay. See how it sort of just edges things nicely? See how it's keeping it off the edge there? I quite like it. Seems to be my go-to since it came out. I think it came out on the Sri Lanka map. It's been my go-to ever since. Funny how you get your favourite equipment and you just keep going back to that one all the time. I guess it's what works for you. So I am wondering about doing something with some silage additive for the doing something with the silage additive for the silage. There was a system that worked quite well. Don't know if it still works in FS25, but in FS22, if you collected the grass in a pickup trailer with silage additive, and you put it into a into the Goel baler with some silage additive, you got sort of double the amount of silage additive, double the effect. So I don't know if that still is a thing or not. Probably need to do some testing. It's just finding time. You see how it sort of made that nice gap we can work with the and drop that down and make a, so we can actually keep it like that, or we could control Y because we're finished on the headlands and see how it spreads out more. See how you've sort of got the gap there, but now you don't have the gap. Just makes such a big difference. Like I say, it's been my go-to tedder since it came out. So I'm not sure if that's sort of like half the field or not. Maybe I might do one more run down the side. I'll get this bit done first. I think I'll do one more slice and then we'll tally up the literages when we've completed it to see how close we were to being half. This is our first hay from the field. We've always done silage on the field. That was silage to sell. But we're keeping this. Keeping this for the water buffalo. So it will be interesting to see how they go. Okay, so we'll do a few just up and down here. Just get this little bit finished. After we've done that, we can grab the windrower out and make some rows. Okay, so we've just about finished this off. Okay, last row. And I'm thinking we'll go down and we'll just do that one more little row, just one more. Alright. Set that up. It's bumpy with the there we go, so we're all good to go. Let's tee it up here and make another row of hay. Done. Let's go pick up the windrower, and then we can windrow it all together. So I might leave this here for cleaning. Go and pick up the windrower. Just fits in under the door. Good job of this, am I? There we go. Helps if you actually look what you're doing. This isn't necessarily going to work that well for where we've done the edge, but we'll see how it goes. Perfect. Oh, that's might work out well actually. That is just about perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better place to put the I don't know what those artifacts are. I'm sure there's some setting I need to tweak, but finding it can be fun. Certainly makes a wide swath. I'm glad I've got that mod that widens the pickup. Sometimes it's just easier to do it with the drone out the back. "14 meters is a big windrower." Now you pace out 14 meters in your room. You're probably not going to be able to do it. It gives you an idea of how wide these really are. They're a big bit of kit. So it does seem to be fixed on this one, but I did notice on when we were using horseplay with a windrower that sometimes it would leave a gap and you'd end up with a little narrow bit that wasn't getting windrowed, but it doesn't seem to be perfected like this on this particular version of the GPS. So yeah, that's good. I do think Giants has done a good job with the GPS. Yeah, just one button operation. Perfect for consoles, easy to use for PCs as well. So it's a win-win situation. Okay. So that's about it for the hay, for windrowing the hay. So we might call it a night there. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the views that these videos get, and I am very thankful for anyone that does take the time to watch the videos. Like I say, I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy the added dimension of doing a live stream and just sharing my enjoyment with everyone else, hoping that they can find the videos as relaxing as I find making them. So if you have been watching and you've got this far, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Subscribers are climbing up. I do appreciate everyone that subscribes. So until next time, when we will be looking at doing some baling, not too sure how just yet, but we will look at doing some baling. Until then, I want you all please to have a good evening, good day or good morning, depending on where you are in the world and when you are watching this. And until next time, bye.